All right, guys, we're talking e-bikes, man. You know, when I get enough questions on a subject, I like to answer them. I know this might be a little bit of a niche video, but we're gonna be talking about e-bikes. How do you get them down here? Do you buy them here? What about that lithium battery? How do you get that down here? We're gonna be talking to our friend Paul. Me and Paul have been friends for about 8 years. He's lived here for 8 years, but not straight. He also lives in California, so he kind of does, not really 6 months on and off, but he's here a lot, not here a lot, both for 8 years. And so we're gonna get into the story of how he got this beautiful bike down here, but why didn't he buy it here? We're gonna talk about all that in a minute. Hey guys, I'm Michael Allen for TravelCostaRicaNow.com. TravelCostaRicaNow.com is the travel agency, so go to TravelCostaRicaNow.com. Fill out the 4-minute form. You'd be that much closer to the vacation of a lifetime. We're like you, having best friends who live in Costa Rica, who know Costa Rica, totally hooking up your Costa Rica vacation. Hey man, please subscribe. I'd appreciate it. But if we want to beat those algorithms from YouTube and they don't show you my videos, you gotta hit the notification bell. All right, Paul.
Well, cheers.
Yeah, cheers. My cup's bigger than yours. All right, now I'm gonna admit that I don't know a ton about e-bikes. So I'm probably gonna be the guy that's asking maybe a couple stupid questions.
That's fine.
Let's first, how did this even, where did this all start that you wanted, well, you did have an e-bike in California, right? And so obviously you were thinking, I'd like to have one in where I live in Costa Rica too.
Well, actually, I have 2 bikes. I have this bike here in La Fortuna, then I have the other one back in Ventura, California. Both same models. This is Electric XP 2.0. They're great bikes. They also fold in half, so you can throw them inside your car, go down the beach, park your car, take the e-bike out, and you have about a 20-mile range on it, and you can go up to about 28 miles an hour.
Well, let me ask this first question before I forget it. Do you need a license to do this in Costa Rica?
No.
To drive this?
No.
Okay.
No license, no registration, no smog, nothing.
So you can get it going and you can zzz.
Yep, it's considered a bicycle.
All right, so you wanted it down here, or no, you wanted an e-bike in Costa Rica, so what did you do first?
Okay, well, since I've been living down here over the last couple of years, I don't have a vehicle down here, so for the last 7 years I've been walking. Well, that got old, so I'd rather have an e-bike down here to get me around. I'm disabled, need a new knee, so the e-bike's a lot better for me.
Right.
And so anyway, I was considering on buying an e-bike here in Costa Rica.
Because they sell them here, right?
They sell them. However, the only place I found them, I've checked here in La Fortuna at the bike shops, they don't sell them here. You have to go down to San Jose. Well, in San Jose, an e-bike here is about $2,500. Well, the
base, base.
Then the battery is a smaller battery, and the motor in the e-bikes here are 350 watts.
In San Jose.
In San Jose.
I'm not sure what that means. That just means the electrical current.
Yeah, the motor. Well, on this e-bike, the motor is 500 watts, so it's a more powerful motor,
right? And
a bigger battery. So you get more bang for your buck importing it.
Okay,
to Costa Rica.
So you didn't buy San Jose, so I'm assuming that we're going to start talking about, you probably had to start going, okay, but there's going to be costs besides the bike.
The cost of the bike, they'll ship it for free in the United States. Well, shipping it internationally, the first quote I got from a shipping company was $3,400 to ship the bike and the battery.
And we're talking about, in the States, this bike is about $1,000?
About $1,000 base. But there's other options. You can buy it with the bigger battery, baskets.
That's like anything you can upgrade, but the base is $1,000.
Base is $1,000. So I decided to do my due diligence. I checked around with different shipping companies. I'll give you one example. I called DHL, and DHL said, yeah, you can ship the battery, DHL, down to Costa Rica. So I paid the $400.
We should probably discuss lithium really quick.
Okay. Well, lithium, size of the battery, you cannot bring it on a plane. It's against the law, so.
Right.
So the only other way is to have it shipped cargo or by boat, something.
Right.
Well, DHL, they quoted $400, so I went ahead and paid it.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt, but for the battery or for the whole bike?
Nope, just for the battery.
Okay.
So with DHL, I filled out all the paperwork, paid for it online, and then they said, oh, you need to talk to hazardous materials people. So I called them up, and they said, well, you don't have the proper training to ship it. So they refunded me the $400.
You know, just as a joke, I mean, what did they thought you were going to walk it down and you didn't have the right.
Anyways,
what is that?
So I did my due diligence and I found another shipping company so I can get the bike down here with the import fees and everything else for about another $1,000. Roughly, you know, there's give and take, but
right.
About another $1,000.
This is on the bike.
This is on the bike and the battery.
All right, so let's walk. Well, no, I think that didn't the battery get a little bit more complicated?
Well, it's complicated, but I've got a process worked out now.
Well, can we give a shout out to Pablo? Or,
yeah, Pablo.
So I don't know if you guys have seen some of the videos I've done with Pablo. He's our container guy. He ships things here and ships things back if you don't like it here. So I think Pablo gave you a little bit of a hookup or sent you in a good direction or something.
He sent me in another direction.
With the lithium battery problem, right? So bike here, San Jose base 2,500, United States base 1,000 plus how much?
1,100 in shipping and customs fees, but that's for the bike and the lithium battery. So in the long run, it's still cheaper to have the bike shipped here. It's a better bike, stronger battery, stronger motor, and this one folds in half. So you can throw it in your car, go to the beach, go mountain biking, whatever you want to do. So you have more options with this bike.
Now, yeah, but let's talk about, can they fix them here?
Yes, they can fix them
This
here.
one?
This one.
Really? Can you get parts here?
Parts are a different subject.
Is that another video, Paul?
That's going to be another video. Some of the, like the motor and the sprockets, they're exclusive to this bike. So I'm also bringing down spare parts for my bike. Well,
like what you told me or the other day, you're going to bring down a motor,
another motor, spare tires, everything. So I'll have something here in case something breaks on my bike. Now, regular bicycle parts, as far as the brakes, the cables, yeah, you can get the regular bicycle stuff.
But if you didn't bring stuff down here and something happened, you could get the parts here just by regularly ordering them and doing that whole 3-week month.
Yeah, it'll take another month for the parts to get down here.
And then it's going to go to San Jose, and you're going to
have to go to customs. And
let's. I don't want to forget this either. You were saying something about if an e-bike is $1,000, the taxes are
okay.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I went to customs website, and if the bike's under $1,000, there's a 13% import tax on it. Now, if the bike's $1,000 or more, then it jumps up to 30%. So
if it's $1,100,
right, as far as the price of the bike, but if they sell the bike actually on the website for $999, so it's under $1,000. So the worst case scenario, you only have to pay the 13%.
But just out of curiosity, how do you prove that in a sense? You know what I mean? So
the receipt when you buy it, or
I know, but so let's just say you spend $1,100 and you just go, I don't have the receipt, but this is, I promised it, Mr. Immigration person.
When I came down here, I showed customs the form, from the web page.
Do you have to? Or
no, I just brought it with me.
Yeah, because you've been down here enough to know that you need to.
So anyway, if they ask you how much did you pay for it, you can show them. Look, they sell it for $999. It's under $1,000.
Now, what if you? Well, I'm thinking amateurish, but since I've been living here a long time, I do know to take new products out of the packages, like a computer, if you bring it down here, so you can say it's a used computer.
Correct.
Could you say your bike is used?
Okay, when I brought my bike down here, I had approximately 350 miles on it, so it's used. So, talking with Pablo, I asked him, he says, well, it's better if you bring something down here used, and you might not have to pay the tariff because it's used.
Did you?
Nope, I didn't have to pay the tariff.
None of it? None. Not
Nope.
13%.
Nope,
Nothing.
Throw some dirt on it then.
Yeah.
Yep. So anyway,
So what are some of the so the obstacles? I guess bringing it down here, just you could probably have to worry a little bit about parts.
parts.
But I'm assuming will the climate beat this up? The humidity of the climate?
I don't think so. It's waterproof, but it's like anything else. You leave a vehicle outside in the sun, the rain. It's
Well, I mean, I just know the humidity beats up a lot of
Yeah.
like tech stuff and things
but
of
I
that nature.
think it should be okay.
So what other obstacles? Because you've been doing this for a while. You've been kind of researching this
Right.
and doing due diligence.
For over a year, I've been
Was the hardest thing the lithium battery?
the lithium battery by far the hardest.
See, I always get scared about import stuff. It's
Mm-hmm.
like, could they change prices on you? Could it all of a sudden be, too much, or I don't know. I don't know, guys, if you've never been to Costa Rica, or like, this is like a perfect bike for, especially here. You
Right,
probably
it's
love
perfect.
this thing,
Yeah.
right?
It-
La
the-
Fortuna, you're just cruising around. Most of the beach towns the same. I'd
Yeah.
probably upgrade tires just because.
And
Right.
for Michael, he needs training wheels.
Yeah.
Is that an option?
Well, too, this is Michael's gift here, flat out, so he can put it in his tires.
Right, thank you. That's so nice. I got to get an e-bike first, though, Paul.
Okay.
All right, so what I did want to tell you, now we're not trying to sell you anything, but Paul is thinking about doing a little something with these e-bikes. So if you're interested maybe in getting an e-bike, you want Paul to help you out. He said he'd do it. Wouldn't be free, I don't think, though.
No.
Wouldn't be free. And
But-
and you know what I don't like, guys? If you don't email him and just like get all the information and stuff from him and use him. If you're gonna get information, you should probably pay a little consultation fee, just so we're clear. But anyway, if you're thinking about an e-bike and you're interested in one from the States versus one from Costa Rica, Paul might be a good resource. And I'm going to put his email address in the description because he said if
Right,
I could
that's
do
fine.
that, right? Anything else on that? Anything else that should be considered? Because your bike's got a few upgrades.
Right. My bike's upgraded. I got the bag. I got the red shaft seat post, which has got a spring in it, the comfort seat, a little headlight, tail light. So
What upgrades are kind of like almost a must?
well, also in the tires, I've got Armor inner tubes. It's like a hard foam protector that goes around the tube.
You've
And
lived in Costa Rica
Yeah.
a while, haven't you, Paul? You know the roads, don't you, Paul?
So anyway, hopefully I won't get a flat. That
Well,
I don't want to push it from here to wherever to go get the tire fixed.
right. All right, guys, I hope that helps you. If you're thinking about living in Costa Rica or you need a little bit of a vehicle, e-bike might be an option for you.
What I recommend too is putting the link to electric bikes, and they have like 3 or 4 different styles and different models.
Yeah, so this is called e-bike. What's
yeah,
it called?
electric.
And this is a good name.
Yep.
Good brand. And
It's a good starter. It's a good starter brand, and
what
they're
the hell
really
does that mean? A starter brand? Where do they go up to?
Well,
Harley Davidson level type bikes?
Harley Davidson does have an e-bike for $5,000.
Really?
Yes, but if you want to pay $5,000,
I don't, Paul. Thanks for asking.
well, tell you what, there you go.
What's the difference? Just they turn into almost looking motorcycle-ish and big, or?
No, it's just the brand name Harley Davidson.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah,
You used to have one.
well, a real Harley.
All right, guys. Again, if you're interested, you want to get a hold of Paul, it's going to be in the description. I'm Michael Allen. This is Paul. Travel Costa Rica. Oh, D'Angelo's back there too doing it. Yeah, they make fun of that, by the way. You're just doing your peace sign. Guys, if things are going to pop up, if you're thinking about living or traveling anywhere, you should always do your homework and research. And if it's anything to do with Costa Rica, I think you should check out our videos. All right, man. Peace.